Hey guys, I just wanted to do, I guess what you'd call is a dedicated review to my Blackhawk Serpa holsters that I have for my a couple of my guns. I've got a video showing you me attaching the quick disconnect system onto these, but I haven't really done a dedicated video or review on the holsters themselves as far as that goes. I have them for my XD, Springfield XDs. I have holster for that, and I have holster for my, which I have on my vest here. Let me move the camera a bit. It's for my 1911s. And I guess I've ran it through their paces, I guess you could say, whether it's on my vest or on the leg, on the thigh rig, even on the belt attachment, which is right here. I'm very impressed with them. These holsters are just outstanding. They're really well built. They're sturdy. They're made of a nice hard plastic that's not going to break. You could drop this thing off your roof and it's not going to break it. It's not even going to phase it really. You may scratch it up, but that's about all it's going to do. Just real quick, it has one retention screw here, which out of the box it's pretty good as far as retaining your weapon. And when you turn this screw, you may have to hold on to the back part here. There's a dedicated I don't know what you'd call it, nut back here. And what that does is there's a, let me see that in there and grab my flashlight. There's a, see this little bar right here? This is what actually retains your helps to secure your weapon into your holster. There's a little hook right here, which is actually the retention system on which actually hooks into your gun. It attaches here onto your trigger guard, I guess you call it. And yes, this weapon's empty, no clip. Safety check. Empty, empty, empty. Always. I always safety check my weapons before I start my videos. But anyways, what happens is when you click this into your holster, you hear it click into place. Now this is actually held into place by that hook I showed you on your trigger guard, and that's all that's holding the gun in there. It's a dedicated holding mechanism, which is very, it holds real well. I'm very impressed with it. It's like that on any of their Serpa holsters. These are the Cqc Serpa 2 holsters, and they're going to range anywhere from $35 up to $50, I'd say. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. And the thing of it is they are gun specific. This is dedicated strictly to the Springfield XD 45s or the XD. I believe it'll fit the XD-M, but the M models will stick out slightly past the bottom a little bit because the barrel on the XD-Ms is a little bit longer. But this will fit all the large frame XDs, if I'm not mistaken. The compacts, I don't believe it will fit. I think you have to buy a separate Blackhawk holster for that. Like I said, the holster itself is going to run you between $35 and $50. I've seen them in foliage green, black, and they come in desert tan. Good luck on finding the desert tan ones. I've looked and I couldn't find one offhand. They're all sold out everywhere. I may eventually get one so I can throw it on this vest here. One thing you can get with these is, like I showed before, the quick disconnect system, which is a wheel that actually attaches to the holster, and the female part attaches to whatever you're going to run it on, whether it's this belt loop holster I have here, which has like there's 5 different angles of attachment on here. So if you're going to just put your holster on here without using a quick disconnect system, if you're just going to use this one setup here, whether it's the belt loop or the pancake or whatever you're using it with, you can actually angle your holster whichever way you want to on here by adjusting these screws on the back of this and attaching it to your belt. What I like about this is it actually comes with dedicated retention screws. So you can slide this up for whatever size belt you're wearing. You can slide this and cinch it up and tighten it down to the size belt that you're wearing for that day or whatever. One thing I have found though with the quick disconnect system, I could do the same thing. So say I'm wearing this in the small of my back, and if I'm wearing it on my hip, I have it normally like so. It'll be up and down like this. Then I can take this part and I can actually rotate this to whatever angle I want it at. So then I have easier access on my back. I can have it this way, or I can turn it to where it's sitting like so. That way I can just reach behind me and actuate the release button. You have to release this button here in order to get your rifle or your pistol out of your holster, and it will not come out otherwise. And you cannot pull that pistol out of there for any reason whatsoever. So you don't really have to worry about somebody coming by and grabbing your gun and actually taking off with your pistol and shooting you with it, unless they can actuate that button without forcing down on the tension, because this button won't let you pull that gun out of there without having the right amount of tension on there. See, it's real hard to do. You got to really work at it to get that to press down when you're pulling on that gun, or even pushing down on it. It's hard to do. But once you push down that release button, it comes out nice and easy. Clicks in nice and easy. It comes out easy. I'm really impressed with these holsters. I actually like these holsters a lot. Now, as far as the thigh rig goes, you're going to spend... Sorry about that, I bumped the camera. I'm going to resituate here. The thigh rig actually has two dedicated spots here. I think they make quick disconnect systems for their magazines, but you can actually attach magazines to this and just have this as your magazine holders, Blackhawk magazine holders. I have the quick disconnect system on here because I can actually use this thigh rig for my pistol. Whether it be my XD that day, or I can take my 1911 holster off of the rig here and use that one on here. Let me do that real quick. I'll pop that off really fast. And yes, this gun's empty also. Always safety check. No magazine in it. It's empty. Physically checked it and visually. I can take my 1911 holster, click it right, put it in here, and it locks into place, and it's not going to go anywhere. Now I have my 1911. And the thing about this 1911 holster is it will accommodate your normal 1911s, and I call normal 1911 is what you're looking at right here, without the rail on it or any fancy schmancy sights or anything on it. It will accommodate that. Clicks in the same way as the other holster does. It actually retains the pistol by clicking onto the trigger guard, and you have to actually, it's a normal motion when you go to pull your pistol out of the holster, because you normally will take your finger down and have it in a safe position alongside the rail of the gun before you actually find your target and actually dedicate your finger to the trigger. And what that is when you actually do that, turn this around, and you reach down to grab your pistol, it's a natural motion to have your finger right here on the edge of in the normal position, safe position, and actuate that button and pull your pistol out. So then there is your safe position with your finger. Then you can put the pistol on target and dedicate your finger to the trigger and then engage your target. Once you have your target and you know what your target's going to be. Because remember, once you pull that trigger, there's no taking that bullet back. So make sure you know what you're shooting at. The thigh rig itself, I'll go over that really quick. I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to have to make another part to this, which is okay, I guess. The thigh rig itself is made of the same hard polymer plastic, molded plastic that the holsters are made of. It's real sturdy. It's got quick disconnects here. One here for the top one, and one here for the bottom strap. And another quick little feature is that your belt loops are velcroed in, so you can actually pop these open and wrap them around your belt, whatever belt you're wearing that day, tactical belt, leather belt, whatever you're going to wear that day, and then you can leave it there. So then if you want to take your thigh rig completely off, you can pop the button there. Whoops, clicked it back in, my fault. Pop that button in and this pops completely off. This stays on your belt, this comes off. Both sides are like that. They both pop off. And then you just pop that off, take it off your leg, and then you can take your whole system off that way. and just leave these dedicated to your belt.